Hey, it's Thomas here, and today we're going to be checking out the BRS par meter rental. If you've been holding off because you're not exactly sure how the rental works or how to use it, then this video is for you. If you want to make sure that you never lose a coral to improper lighting and can confidently place a coral in your tank and know for a fact that the spot that you chose has the right amount of light for that particular coral, or even revisit the light distribution in your maturing reef and identify any spots that have become shaded and be able to take action to correct them, all without having to drop $600 on your own quality par meter, then you will definitely want to take advantage of BRS's par meter rental. I mean, for the price of a decent frag, you can make sure that you never lose a coral to bad light settings and essentially just completely eliminate your reef tank's light fixture as a potential failure point for your corals. Plus, they include the return label, so I mean, it couldn't be any easier. Unless like they literally came and did the readings for you, I guess. The truth is, lighting for your reef tank is one of the easiest things to get right. There's a ton of information and data available on the most popular reef lights thanks to Randy's extensive Investigate series. And when you pair that information along with the recommended safe par ranges reefers should aim for keeping softies, LPS, and SPS corals, the average reefer can make a really good, educated decision on what lighting option is best for their tank, along with the best settings to use for that particular light to meet the needs of those particular corals. But the thing is, everybody's tank and goals are a little bit different, so even if you have the exact same tank dimensions or want to keep the exact same corals as another reefer, your aquascape, coral placement, water clarity, and other factors have an impact on your lighting, which means you may need more or less intensity than another reefer with a similar setup. And this is where a good par meter comes into play. Instead of making an educated guess, you can use a par meter to verify exactly how much par a particular area of your aquarium is receiving, make any necessary adjustments to get your par numbers within the optimal range for your reefing goals, and map out the par across your tank so you have a reference for where it will be best to place new corals based on their needs as you add them to your tank. And with BRS's rental program, you get a top-of-the-line par meter designed specifically to accurately measure all types of reef aquarium lighting for an entire week, so you can get actual tangible data on the light intensity in your exact reef tank, underwater, with your exact aquascape, shadows and all, so you know for a fact how much light your corals will receive and be able to, in real time, adjust your lighting while taking measurements to dial it in perfectly, completely removing lighting as a factor in your success as a reefer. The par meter rental kit includes a shipping box, which you're going to want to hold on to, a hard case that contains a quick start guide, the Apogee MQ510 par sensor, and a 40-inch sensor wand. The par meter is really easy to use, and setup is as simple as screwing the wand sections together, using the sensor screw to mount it to the wand, then remove the protective cap on the sensor and press the power button. The digital display will immediately give you a live par reading that will fluctuate depending on how much light the sensor is receiving. Then just dip the sensor into the tank and place it in an area you want to get a measurement of, and the digital readout will provide the reading in real time. You can take a picture of your tank and write down the par readings on the picture for a simple 2D map, or you can make a more thorough par map by using the mode button to enter sample mode, and then use the sample button to log the readings throughout your entire tank. Left to right, back to front, top to bottom is a good way to do it, and then you can lay them all out in an Excel sheet for reference later on. I'd also recommend that you take a quick note of the light you were using and the settings when you took those par readings. That way in the future, if you refer back to them, you know exactly what your light settings were to achieve those specific par readings. Once you're done your session of readings and you're ready to pack it away for the time being, or when you're ready to send it back, disassemble the wand, then give the wand, the sensor, and the cable that was submerged in your tank a quick rinse in fresh water to get rid of any salt. Then gently pat the components dry, place the protective cap back on the sensor, and pack it all back into the hard case. When your week of intimately exploring your reef aquarium's light intensity and distribution is coming to a close, you can pack it all up and place the hard case back into that same shipping box and let BRS customer service know you're ready to return it for the next reefer to use. They'll hook you up with that free return label and you can send it back. If you decide for whatever reason you want to hold on to your rental a little bit longer, it's no big deal. You can just keep on using it for an extra week or 2 weeks or however long you'd like at the exact same weekly rate. There's no late fees or anything like that. And then once you're done the extensive testing of every light source in your house, I didn't do that, then you can contact customer service and you can send it back with that free return label. Now, if you want to make the most of your 7-day rental time, I highly recommend checking out Randy's Lighting Investigates playlist first. He has laid out a wealth of information for all of the popular fixtures, including the BRS recommended mounting height, spectrum, intensity, and more, which will help you get well within the ballpark for your specific light. And then check out this video right here where Ryan goes over how to use a par meter the right way. That is a surefire combination to get the absolute most out of your par meter rental, by the end of which you won't have to question your reef tank lighting anymore. That's one less major parameter to get in the way of your success with a wicked awesome tank of just like crazy, wicked awesome looking corals. Which is why I got it, so I could tune that. So I'm gonna go do that.